Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, PR, and I'm back with a new video. And today I want to discuss PvP. Now, there will be two parts to the video of what this topic is about. In the second video, there will be a surprise or like something I want to do with the community to see how you guys would take part in this. So keep that in mind and make sure to stay on the watch for video 2, and make sure to join the Discord to keep up to date with all the videos that are being uploaded and checking out who's talking, and I will be speaking to you guys to get to know you more as better as a community and whatnot. But the first thing I want to say in this video is PvP. Now, if you don't know what PvP stands for, I think most of you should know. If not, it stands for player versus player. And there is also PvE, which stands for player versus everyone. Which can be, you know what that is. It's usually what I'm doing right now, where you can play with friends and whatnot. So, with the PvP, right, it's a very close community that I've been told is renowned for being very toxic. I don't know if this is true because I've never been a mass PvPer. I've never really got into it. I don't really know much about it, but I'm just going off what I've been told from other players that play PvP and other people and how they react to how PvP players play. That was a tongue twister. I think what we could do, hopefully people agree with what I say now, is we could turn it into an esports event. Now, I know people will say, oh yes, the game's too small to turn into an esports event. That may be true, but you can still expand on it and hope to bring some new players in by this, because there is still a mass amount of players that play other games in this type of area, MMORPGs such as World of Warcraft and whatnot. And there is a large player base in the other Space Time games that are like this as well. So if you say, why can't it be esports? Well, there is nothing against it being an esports thing. It just has to be registered into the esports realm and whatnot you have to do to get it verified as an actual esports. Now, say the community is very toxic about each other and how they attack and whatnot, and like if they show aggression with words. Now, what people could do with this aggression is use it to get them more focused into the game, indulge them, make them quicker at pressing the buttons, knowing the reactions better, so then they have a faster attack ratio and they will be more predominant in the match. This can also help team-based building as well as people, because they're expressing their anger by destroying other teams. And I don't think people really notice this because they'd rather just swear or be like very toxic towards other players, which can affect other players wanting to stay or leave the game, which I think is a very bad use of rage, because if you use rage in the correct way and power it into pushing yourself even further to becoming the better player, so say you're getting beat by another player, say it's 3-1, and you're getting very frustrated and you start to call them names, what would be the point in that? You just need to get better at their game and predominantly just overlap them. Say it was down to pure skill and this one person was using items, well then you know they're not very good if they're just using the items and you're nearly killing them each time. And if they had the same gear, they would struggle to keep up with you and how you perform. This is great because you know you're a skillful player that has time and is wary of all the strategies, their tactics and whatnot, how to play beat other players. And people don't really see this through, and they just think, oh yes, this guy has much better gear, I'm never gonna win. There is always a chance to win when people have better gear. You just need to know when the timings are, when you're pressing, when to buff, when to debuff the person. But things like that can play a massive part, and I don't think people really realize this when they're getting frustrated with the game. If they just keep their focus while also getting angry, they can push that into adrenaline to be quicker, to know the timings better, and all around just become a better player. Then you would start beating the other team and whatnot, which can be really effective if you want to become a top player into the game of PvP. Now, the reason I say why it should be at esports is because it has a new way and a new feel to bring in new players to the game. And esports games do pretty well because it brings a more competitive edge and knowing rewards are thingy. like more wantable, and just all in all more valuable because you've earned them in a professional tournament. Now, I'm not saying, if say the devs do agree with me on this and they're gonna say what should we give them for winning and whatnot, I would say give them achievements and a special vanity item bonus or whatnot, just to show that they have worked hard for where they are, and like how they performed and whatnot. So to show they've dedicated themselves to enter this tournament, to kick ass in this tournament, and just become an all-round decent player at the tournament, and all-round in the game, just to come play, show up, and beat other players to prove you're one of the best PvPers. Now, if people disagree with what I'm saying, I'd just like to say, why would you disagree? Because I think it would be an excellent idea to have an official esports part of the game, because this way it would draw new players in that are looking to play MMORPGs on PC or mobile. And this would be a great way to bring them in, because you need to know what your target audience is. And for Pocket Legends, I'd say it's for everyone. It's a game that everyone can get into. It's just not that easy to start off in, but once you started off and you get what you need, it's pretty simple from there on out. And I think people find it too hard at the beginning, and they don't want to grind through any of it, just because the lack of effort they want them to put in. It's like people that buy gold at the very start when they first join the game. They are not really doing anything, and they're just kind of making money so then they can buy gear to go through, which I disagree with, and is the wrong strategy to try and do in the game. Because if you work for it, it's that much more rewarding, and I'd rather work hard for something than just buy it with real money. This can also concur in bans, and if you try trade accounts, it's also a ban, and because it's on you for using your account to someone else. Now, the reason I say this is because esports would have a mass beneficial thing for the game, like it'd be able to bring new players in, might even bring more profit into the game, just so they are buying the new PvP kits, the new vanities and whatnot. This could also be a new way to make money. If this sounds bad in the way I'm talking about this now, but if they were to bring in an aspect where you could buy vanities with real money, so say I'm English, so say £5 for a lava forged armor, and which would then equivalent for some more money in the game, they could be making money while selling vanities instead of using platinum, which could be a very useful thing, because in the past games have sold in-game items for a lot of money, which people have earned back from and whatnot. Because I watched a video a few months back about someone that bought a planet in game. I can't remember the name of the game. He spent 6.6 million onto the game, in which he owned a planet, which was pretty impressive, because it was nice to see that he was dedicated, he wanted to continue with the game, and to make sure it stayed alive, he invested that much money, which is really impressive when you think about it, because I don't think anyone would want to invest that much money unless you were pure at heart and dedicated to this game, and that's all you cared about for the game. Now, this is why I think esports would be a good way to make money, also using the idea I just mentioned. It sounds bad, but if we want to invest into the game, I think this would be the top way, and this way the devs might be encouraged more to make sure there is more consistency in what is being put out, and there might even be more work going into the game than we would ever expected. Because at the moment, a lot of work has gone into the game, which I'm really enjoying. The Lucky event and the shield, which you could get for the All Bones quest. But that's all from part 1 today. Part 2 has a special surprise in what I say. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Comment why you don't think, or why you think it should be in esports as well. If I missed any things out, just make sure to tell me. Make sure you join the link, my Discord, link in the description, so you keep up to date with me, the videos, and you can meet other players that are willing to grind the game out. There will be some major changes to the Discord soon, so keep that in mind. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you in a bit, mad lads.